Hey guys, welcome to Cook with Nancy. Today I'm going to show you guys a very unique and very delicious and crispy 8-layered flatbread or paratha with the stuffing. You can use any kind of stuffing. It's nice and crispy from outside and super delicious stuffing inside, and it's nice and soft and tender juicy meat from inside. I'm going to show you exactly how to make this recipe step by step. And if you're new to my channel or you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. That way you don't miss out on upcoming videos. Let's get started with this delicious recipe. Here in a kadai, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of butter. You can use oil as well. It's totally fine. Once it is melted, I'm going to add ground lamb. I'm using 1 pound of ground lamb. You can add chicken. You can add beef as well. Go ahead and cook for 5 minutes, and then after that, I'm adding onion and garlic finely chopped, and cook them on a high heat. And salt as needed, 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon oregano, or any kind of herbs that you prefer. Go ahead and cook them until it's nice and crumbly on high heat, and until the meat is cooked through. It takes around 15 minutes. And now the meat is completely cooked through. I'm going to set it aside for that to cool down completely. In a bowl, I'm adding 300 ml of water and salt as needed. I'm adding actually 1 teaspoon of salt. Mix them to combine well. To this, I'm adding 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour. Go ahead and mix them and form a soft dough, just like a dough that we would make for paratha. 1 tablespoon of olive oil or a regular oil. The dough is a little sticky right now, don't worry about it. And to this, I'm adding another teaspoon of an olive oil and just combine them and set it aside by covering for 3 hours to rest. The longer it rests, it's always better, softer. Now the dough has been rested for 3 hours. Now the dough is nice and soft. I'm going to knead it for another 5 minutes. Once the dough is nice and soft, I'm going to divide them into 4 equal size balls. With this dough, I'm making 4 parathas. So I'm making 4. If you want more, then increase the quantity of the dough that when you prepare. Now, while I'm working with the first one, I'm going to cover the rest of them. Now here I have a small lid from the pan. I'm going to just add that in the center and cut 8 layers on all sides as I'm showing you here. Once you cut them, take the lid away, and then we are going to start putting the filling, meat filling. Once it's completely cooled down, add the meat filling. Now go ahead and start covering the layers, the first layer, and then pinch down all the sides. That way the meat doesn't fall off. Now the second layer, again, we are going to pull the opposite side of the layer and then cover it again. Pinch all the sides so the meat doesn't come out. Same thing, we are going to, every time we cover the layer, we have to pull the opposite layer to cover the next filling. So continue to do this with all the filling until the last layer is done. Once that is done, I'm going to show you guys how we are going to cook it. Now I'm also preheating my tawa on a medium-high heat. So once the filling is done, we are going to go directly and add it to the tawa. This is my last filling actually. Go ahead and cover it and stretch the dough. Cover all the edges by pinching it down nicely, so that way it's all covered nicely. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on a tawa that has already preheated. Now once you put the bread, just press it down a little bit, not too much, just gentle little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of butter. You can use oil as well, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. Now don't worry about it's not being brown yet, because I'm going to add some more butter before I flip it over. Now other side is going to be still brown. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. As you can see, it's nice and brown. And now I'm going to cover this and cook for another 3 minutes, so that way the layers are not nicely cooked through. Now after 3 minutes, you're going to flip it. As you see, the bread is nicely brown. That's what we are looking for, and inside it's definitely cooked through. And go ahead and continue with the rest of the bread that you got. As you can see, the layer is nice and crispy from outside, and inside the juicy meat. I'm going to cut it and show you guys, and it's nice and thick, so you can actually serve them into like a pizza. Cut them into slices, and you can actually serve them with just a ketchup, or if you want some kind of chutney of your choice, you can do that. Look at that juicy meat. There's a lot of layers, but you won't even realize that's 8 layers in it. And the paratha is super crispy from outside, and it's super delicious, full meal. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment box below. I will see you soon in my next video. Till then, take care guys and stay safe. Bye.